Hey guys, welcome to the Recoil video. This is going to be going over like all my settings, my attachments, all of that stuff, all of my loadouts in Rainbow Six Siege X. Very highly requested video. Everybody wants to see this every season pretty much. I don't know if I did one last season, but I definitely got you guys for this season. So yeah, I'll be going over all of like my barrels, my grips, all of that stuff like you see on Ash right here. I use the horizontal actually, but still with a flashlighter. And I'll go over that reasoning on everybody. If I do miss any guns, just tell me in the comments. There are some that I don't actually use, so I shouldn't really be giving my judgment on that, but I'll try to get to everything I can. Also, one last thing before we get into it, this skin right here, a lot of people have been asking in the comments as well, since I used it on the cafe video. The attachment skin is called Worn Down Friend, and then I believe the gun skin is Platinum. They match really well though, like this attachment skin was like made for this skin pretty much. This is what it looks like in game here, so just so you know. It is in the marketplace too. The Platinum skin, I think it's in like one of the gemstone packs, so don't mind me. Going through my 254 R4C skins. There it is right there. Also another thing people have been asking about a lot, what is this attachment skin? The one that's like bright orange, I'll show you in a second. It's called Caltrip Drop. I think I was saying that right to the people asking in the comments, but yeah, this one's also in the store now, so there's that. Okay, getting started though, the first operator here, I'm going to go through attackers and then defenders, just in order of the list. So the attacker, I'll show you guys the M4 because that's what I use on Maverick. I use the extended barrel. Sometimes I use the suppressor. I usually go back and forth between the suppressor and extended because I feel like most guns I can control the recoil, so I don't need like one of these for recoil reasons. So obviously suppressor, they can't see where you're shooting from as well. And then there's no damage reduction these days. Back in the day there was. And then extended barrel, obviously more damage though. So yeah, I'll be shooting all my guns just like this in the range to show you my recoil. It might not be the best as it usually is for me, like up to that standard, because my controller is pretty worn down at this point. I probably need to get a new one soon because the stick drift is insane. Like look, let me stop. Yeah, there you go. I use 2 Deadzones by the way, so that is the reason for that. Also, this is a nice combo here on this gun. I'll show you my settings really fast too before we go any farther. Just in case you missed the settings video, check that one out though, link in the description. 5580 for my sense. I use a very, very high vert. Mixed up with a very, very low right stick dead zone, so that's where the stick drift thing can come in. Sometimes I over control because of that, or under control. Usually it'd be over. Keep forgetting how to like get back to this. Anyways, on the sledge, I use the L8, obviously not the shotgun. Compensator and horizontal. I actually don't like this gun very much. It should have little recoil, like if you look at it, but that's actually the best I probably controlled this gun in one of these videos. Usually I'm not very good with this, but yeah, very little recoil. I just don't like it because of the fire rate, so that is pretty much it. For Thatcher, I use the AR actually, so go over that one. I use flash and horizontal. Same thing on Flores. I do really love this gun. I feel like it's so underrated. I don't get to play Flores and Thatcher too often, but when I do, I will be using this thing. Also, before we continue, I want to remind you I do post SoloQ videos on my channel. I'm going through the series right now. I think I'm 4 games in. We're undefeated. I'll just show you the stats here in the menu. So yeah, these are the stats so far. I just wanted to show you guys. Little self-advertisement, if that's what you'd even call this. I don't know. But yeah, 3.8 KD, 4-0. We win one more game, we will skip Bronze 5 and be Bronze 4 already. So should be another one of these out tomorrow for you guys. Okay, moving right on though with Ash. You guys have seen for a second when I was controlling this. But flash horizontal, like I said. Also, I forgot to say this, but I do use lasers on pretty much everything on attack. There are a few exceptions like Nook, I think. Just because I don't want to give away my position. But on attack, I feel like you have to push anyway. So it's not like you're really hiding your location as much. And then on defense, I actually don't use like any lasers pretty much. Like I'll show you when I go through everybody. You can see it for yourselves too when I am on this screen. I'll show you the G3 after this as well. Okay, so here's the R4C. Man, that thing is a laser beam. I love this gun. You can see it go up for a second there at the start, but yeah, again, that's just the stick drift mainly. I don't want to like over pull it, so it's a little bit tough. My trigger stop is like toast right now on this one too. Yeah, the G3 though, like I said, I use the compensator and horizontal on this. Repping the new black ice. As the PA speaker continues to talk over me. What's new? Yeah, pretty good gun too. I would use this, but I mean the R4Cs is better still, in my opinion. The G3 is not bad though if you want to go this route, so always the option. Yeah, I do like this gun. I'll probably use it in a video just to show off the black ice so I can get a thumbnail with it. Okay, moving on to thermite, I use the compensator as well. You can see also I use the magnified B for my ACOG, just the old classic. I don't really like this one, the dot's too big. So, just personal preference, like everything in this video. I will be saying that multiple times, I'm sure. And again, horizontal. I use the horizontal grips on a lot of guns that I don't feel like have that much vertical recoil. Because this only helps with vertical, by the way, the vert grip. As you can see there, moves upwards. So there's no downside if it's only left and right recoil and just throwing this on. You know? We'll get to that a little bit more later as well. And then compensator, because again, left and right, that's what this helps with. So if your gun's moving too much horizontally and like randomly, throw the compensator on, trust me. I think that's pretty much like all the attachments though. Obviously if there's more vert, put the flash. And then muzzles for DMRs. Which I'll also get to. My god, that stick drifted. Yeah, this controller doesn't have much longer. Yeah, way over controlled that. I don't use Thermite's gun as well, to be fair, so. Moving on to Twitch though. One of my favorite guns in the game as well here. Extended barrel. Again, I think I can control this gun plenty good enough. I've been doing this for years on this gun. Like when I was starting my videos, I could use this with the old gen console and a default controller. So I mean, yeah, that just looks Cronus. You already know there's gonna be one. There's gonna be one down there. What a laser. I keep pushing B to go back and it's X. It's throwing me off because I gotta hold it. Let me go over the 417 though while I'm here. Again, muzzle brake since it's a DMR. This gun's actually crazy, 69 damage, man. Wow. But yeah, horizontal. I use horizontal on pretty much all the DMRs, I think. This is also a really nice combo I have. This is called Frostbite, is the attachment skin. And then it's like the, I forgot the name, but you guys know what gun skin this is. My DMR trigger finger not on right now. I literally just got on, so. A little better. Monte I'm not going to go over. Obviously use a laser muzzle brake on your shield pistols. I don't recommend anything else. But I also don't play shields, so maybe you have something better. So yeah, on Glass I do have the vert grip. I like the Reflex B on his scope. And then I use the compensator on the Bearing 9. Again, one of those left and right, definitely put the comp on. Trust. I feel like Glass's fire rate's not as good. I think it's like limited or something, but I could be wrong on that. I'm not sure. Okay, here's the bearing. Let me just find a new spot. Man, that kick at the start there, that stick drift. Oh yeah, there we go. Absolute laser. Okay, moving on to fuse. We got the flash and horizontal combo. That's going to be a standard one throughout the video, if you couldn't tell already. Jesus, every time I start looking up in the sky, man. My operator's basically just praying to the gods. Yeah, laser beam on this thing. No surprises there, really. I don't know what this combo is, by the way. I don't use fuse too often. Anyways, let me set this up, because you can see I've never used this on fuse. What do I use even? I think I use compensate or horizontal? Let me see. I have used this on Finka. Okay, turns out from Finka I actually use the flash and the hollow on this gun, so I'll try the ACOG after too for you guys, just in case. This gun does feel really good with a hollow. It's also very loud. You couldn't tell. I probably turned this down for this kind of a video. It's not like you guys need to hear what's going on. Just to save you guys ears. And here's the ACOG version. Over controlling this like crazy. Yeah. Also, another drill, I've talked about this before, but if you really want to get your like recoil and spray transfers down, just literally do this. Just try to transfer somewhere else and keep controlling it. That really helps with like your thumb control on your stick. Not like to lose it or whatever. Like just keep doing this, honestly. Like I can't say how much that helps when you do that. You put the 8K, K Blitz, of course. So for the G8, I use flash horizontal, once again. That's for sure gotta be like the most if we tally everything up. For like one combo and every gun. And then I use the suppressor on this pistol, by the way, too. Okay, 5.52, I use the extended vertical. Same thing on Grim. This is one that's a little bit more kicky. So I like the extended, but then I'll put the vert grip on instead of the horizontal to kind of counteract that. Yeah, it kind of goes left and right, but not bad. Mostly just up and down on this one. I think at one point they nerfed it a lot, but then they buffed it back a little bit again. Kind of like Zophia's was before. For buck extended barrel, all there is to that one. Obviously a really great gun. I need to play Buck more this season. I just wish he had like his Gone 6 still or something. Especially since they took his Har breaches away now. I feel like a Gone 6 wouldn't be too OP. Moving on to Blackbeard. I don't use the Buck DMR, by the way. Same thing with the Blackbeard one. For this, I use the compensator and horizontal. ACOG right now, but sometimes I've used like iron sights. Again, I don't really play Blackbeard, man. I'm not a shield player. I'd rather just shoot the person. For Capital, I've been using the LMG, actually. This is so good, like for my coastline rappel I do. Just so much ammo. It's so loud. Really good for like covering sound cues and stuff. But then the Para is also good. I'll get to that on Brava. Absolutely no recoil on this. Okay, so Abana, I use vertical grip comp. This thing is a little kicky. I don't even know if that's a word. I've been saying kicky. But hey. Maybe I'll use horizontal on this, actually. It's not bad. I don't really play too much Abana anyways. For Jackal, compensator horizontal. This one's a little left and right. It's very random sometimes. That makes this so much better, man. Jeez. Also, a really nice skin combo on this one. I don't really play Jackal either, but this is really clean. I even got the React pack on there. Okay, I'll do the PDW. I know people always ask me. I don't really use this gun, but when I do... Wait, do I have the... Okay, definitely put the compensator on this one. We're loading on the fly. This is what I mean, like if you can tell it's going left and right a lot like that, put the comp on. There we go, so much better. It's still a little random and jumpy, but it does have 50 bullets, so I mean, what do you expect? Okay, for Ying's LMG, suppressor and horizontal. Sometimes I'll run like hollow on this too, just so you can ADS faster pushing off your Yings. Because of course ACOG does take a little bit more. Not too bad. Another great combo here. This attachment skin with black ice. For Zofia, compensator horizontal. I love this gun. A little bit jumpy right there, honestly. You don't have to use like horizontal. I just like that since Zofia is so slow usually. And if you're up close, this gun has like no recoil. Keep in mind, this is from 20 meters away, so... Usually I think the average distance of a fight is like 9 meters or something in Siege. Let me go over the LMG, I guess, while I'm here. Compensator and vert grip. This thing's very, very jumpy. Actually, it's not bad. What is this? So I may have found a cheat code. Because what is that recoil? I thought this thing was terrible now. Huh, that's interesting. Might have to start running this in my videos. Another cool skin too is like a 3D one. I'm gonna keep that on actually. Okay, I'll go to Dokkaebi though. Of course, probably my most popular op. I mean, not even probably. For the DMR though, the usual horizontal and muzzle. As you can see again, like my trigger finger not on right now. My trigger stop is so busted I can't use DMRs right now really. At least I can't shoot it very fast. It's so hard to hold it down while trying to push my stick the exact right distance. Here's the SMG-12 though. Man, I love this one. Probably my favorite gun in the entire game. That one actually went a little crazy right there. It does have a little bit left and right. Let me try this. I've seen a comment before saying I should use horizontal maybe. Since I do use horizontal in some crazy guns. I've never really tried it on this though. It feels like it just kicks a little bit too much, if that makes sense. Okay, it's actually not bad. Maybe I'll try this. Because again, it doesn't really affect left and right, and that's mostly what this has. Like, I can control the vertical easily. It gets a little bit crazy, but this is, of course, like not the average range you're going to be fighting people. I don't know. I just feel like, what's the point? Like, when I'm trying to go for those tap fires, it goes a lot more now than it would before. I'm going to stick with this for now. Maybe I'll change it, though. Learning on the fly again with you guys. Okay, moving on to line V308, compensator, horizontal. I already went over his other gun. I don't really use this. I do use the DMR when I play Lion. But there you go. Thinking for the spear, flash, vert. Pretty default loadout here on this one. This gun is a little kicky as well, so... yeah, I like that. For Maverick, we already went over this gun. I don't use the other. ARX, I use compensator, horizontal. I do love this gun. I'll be playing Nomad for sure, especially when we get to maps like Villa in the SoloQ season. I'll definitely be playing some Nomad. Gridlock, suppressor, horizontal. Again, just one of those combinations. You'll see that a lot on the attacks. I do love Gridlock's gun. For Nook, this is the, again, one of the ones I don't use laser. I feel like when you're trying to sneak on Nook, maybe you shouldn't have it. Probably doesn't matter that much though. I think it's kicking a little bit left and right, honestly. I don't think this gun even has a compensator though. Oh yeah, it does, okay. Suppressor's still worth it though. Okay, for the Amaru, you already know here. SMG-11, I'll go over this now too. Extended and vertical grip. Same thing on like Smoke, Mute. I don't really use this gun too often because I don't play those ops too much, but really fun gun. Yeah, not bad at all. Take that off. Okay, for Cali, I'll use the SMG. I use compensator. I never used the other gun, by the way, the C7. I don't know why that went so far down. Again, it's just like I'm so delayed shooting because my trigger stop's just gone at this point. It's so hard to like shoot my gun. There we go. I just gotta get like in the rhythm basically. Okay, for Yana, we already went over both these guns actually. We already went over the AK. For Zero, extended and horizontal, one of my favorite guns in the game. Like, look at the stats here. 800 fire rate, 50 damage with 26 bullets. That is just insane. And he's a 3-speed already, so horizontal makes him even faster. And a Gon 6. Like, I mean, come on. Cannot really be this gun. Gotta get back to my Zero roots this season. For Flores, already went over that. Already went over both these. I'll use Sense's gun for it. I don't use this one. I use the 417 when I play them, but compensator and horizontal. I mean, this gun is kind of crazy. That does not move. Always gets me the way they hold this gun like this. Okay, Guerrero, the Commando. Already went over that. I'll do the para now, suppressor and horizontal. Again, love this gun. Used to use it all the time on Capital as well. Been a hot second now, though. I think I used it in the SoloQ video not too long ago, actually. Okay, RAM, of course. Demo. Oh yeah, for the AK, I forgot to go over this on Nomad. I use compensated horizontal, the usual. There you go. Not too bad. I do actually use the 417 on Rayora. I guess I'll do like go over this other pistol here. Probably the worst gun in the entire game. I haven't played this gun in so long too. Let's see how bad this is. Okay, that's actually way better than I was expecting. I'll be blatantly honest here. Huh. I don't remember it being this good, but I actually didn't play it too often either, so... It is so stupidly jumpy still, though. But I mean, that's not bad for this long. 34 bullets. I'll take that. For some reason, suppressor feels nicer on it than anything, so that's what I use. I don't know why, it just does. Okay, moving on to defense, though. Sentry. So, for the Commando 9, compensator horizontal. Once again. Is it just me, or does this gun shake like crazy when I'm shooting? Like, why do my surroundings seem like they're shaking? It always gets me, I don't know why. For smoke, I already went over that. I'll go over the MP5K on Wamai. For castle, yeah, I just use the shotgun, by the way, for both of these. Oh yeah, for shotguns, I should say this too. I use the Reflex A on pretty much everything. Again, no lasers. It doesn't help your spread. It literally just helps you ADS the shotgun faster. Which, I mean, sometimes you'll be hip firing anyway, so... I don't see the point. And then for castle, though, UMP, same thing with pulse, just without the ACOG. I use the comp and horizontal again. Used the suppressor for a while, but I do like how the compensator feels. Got a little weird with the left and right, especially with this horrible fire rate. Like 600. Yeah, pulse, dock. I used the P90, 54 or 24 damage, sorry. Extended barrel though, to make that a little higher than it was before. Been loving this gun the last couple of months. Yeah, as you can see, a little bit jumpy left and right, but that'll do. I will use the compensator if I didn't use the extended, so just so you know. In case it's a little too much for you, try compensator. I'm sure it'll get way better. I just feel like with that damage, you should probably have the extended barrel. For the MP5, if I ever used the extended barrel horizontal. Used to use this all the time, but... Really great gun. Obviously way easier to control than the ladder, but... Yeah, just like that fire right in the P90, it's crazy. For this gun, it's going to be on Zombie 2, we got the comp and horizontal. Same thing for the Tachanka, just with the ACOG. Really solid gun here, recoil-wise. Yeah, Tachanka, I'll do the LMG. I mean, no, I won't. There's nothing on here at all. So you can't change anything. For Jaeger's gun, flash horizontal. You don't have to use horizontal on this. I just like being a little bit quicker. God, the over-controlling is crazy. I didn't know how bad it was until I started doing the shooting range here. In game, you don't really feel it as much with the stick drift. Yeah, once you get a rhythm though, like that's so solid there. Pretty much perfect. For Bandit, MP7, I used the comp. Same thing with Fenrir. Obviously. Really been liking this gun recently. Been playing a lot of Bandit actually, which is weird. Usually I'd never really play Bandit very often. Been liking them though. And then for Frost, extended horizontal. Not really a surprise here. Been using the same Frost loadout for years and years now. For Valkyrie, pea shooter gun, extended barrel for sure with the horizontal. Not really any recoil on this thing. Also, no, I don't have the new Elite that came out on her. That thing is so expensive, man. They made that so much. It's crazy. Let's go with, yeah, Cav. I don't use the other gun, just the shotgun. So iron sights. I don't really like the reflex on this one. No laser on the pistol either. Don't want to give that position away. For Echo, just horizontal. Pretty simple here. Another one of my favorite guns on defense. For mirror compensated horizontal on this, same thing is going to be for Goyo, but I'll get to Goyo when I get there. I haven't played mirror in a hot sec either. Yeah, not much recoil on this. Again, it's mostly like left and right recoil, not as much vertical, so throw that horizontal grip on there, trust me. For Legion, no recoil here either, just like Valk's gun, extended horizontal. Definitely going to be the theme on a lot of these Defender guns as well. To know how much like recoil. Love using Legion's gun. Ella, one of my favorite operators in the game. Up there with Dokubi probably. I use the compensator. Again, this is the one, like, you probably think I'm crazy running this and not vertical, but again, most of the recoil is just left and right. It's not as much like up and down. And it's not random at all up and down, so I feel like I can control that pretty easily. Like you've seen with F2 earlier. The left and right's usually what gives you problems, so 100% you want that comp on there. I mean, there you go. That's the entire 40 bullets right there. Trust me, put the compensator on, and that'll do you wonders. Also, for pistols, even on defense, I use lasers. Just wanted to say that, in case I didn't get to it or anything. For the Kia, I use suppressor horizontal. I like the suppressor on this one, feels nice. There you go. On Maestro, suppressor horizontal on the Alda. Don't really use Maestro too much. Don't dabble into too much Maestro gameplay. Mainly because I do like SoloQ for the most part, and if I'm SoloQing and my team's not very good, you know, I can be playing Maestro. It takes way too long to set everything up. Can't get active as well, being on cameras and being so slow. So it's not the best solo up. I'll try the ACS 1242 horizontal on this. If I run it, it'll probably be on Maestro. Oh yeah, I forgot you don't have to like tap this. You just hold it down, so there's not really too much to show there. For Alibi, really underrated gun here. One of the best on defense in my opinion. Just not the best operator herself. But compensator and horizontal. Kind of like a toned down Ella's gun in a way. You can see it gets a little random, but not too bad. Who remembers when it was like Alibi, Capcan, Frost meta in the 1.5? Oh, and Oryx. That's right when I started playing the game again, like year 7. And that was like who everybody ran on defense. They all had the 1.5s. It was ridiculous. Well, my two actually. For Clash, we already went over the gun, so actually that's fine. For Cade, I do run the TCSG. I don't really run this gun, so I won't go over that one. But there's my attachments. Okay, though, just the vert grip. Nothing fancy here. This one does kick a lot up and down, so you do want that vertical. There you go. Okay, just flying through the rest here. We got Mozzie on the Roni. Already went over the Commando. Got the wrong stuff on there, but I do prefer the Roni extended and angle grip. Only angle grip I run, I think. Just because the reload's so fast and you only have 16 bullets, so you're going to be reloading a lot. So definitely want the angled on there. This thing's crazy. I haven't used the Roni in so long. Already went over that. Again, I'll do Goyle for you guys. Same thing as Mirror, just with the ACOG. I'm doing this though because I do use Goyo my fair share. I'll be playing them a lot more this season probably. After seeing my Goyo stats last season, SoloQ. Such an easy op to play. I mean, this gun is just bonkers. This would be a crazy gun even on attack, not just defense alone. So I mean, that says everything you need to know. Okay, well on the MP5K extend the barrel. That is all. Another clean gun skin here. Did a little circle there at the start. Not too shabby. Already went over Oryx. Malusi already went over this on the Rook. Same thing. I already went over pretty much everything. I'm just looking through. I went over this on Rook. Went over these. Thorn's gun. I use suppressor horizontal. Haven't played Thorn in generations though, so take this with a grain of salt. Sorry to all the rare Thorn mains out there. Already went over these. Same thing on, yeah, I'll do Soluses, I guess. I probably should have done Malusi's, but I mean, this is the exact same thing as Doc, so it really doesn't matter that much. Same thing on Finn. 2-bar, I'll use the MPX again. Why is the vertical on here? Weird. I don't use the AR-15 really, so I won't go over that one. And then on Scopos, last gun I believe. Probably missed a couple here, but again, tell me in the comments. But extended horizontal on this thing, the PCX. I really need to play Scopos this season. Keep forgetting since I'm on my main account, I actually have them. Usually on my alt for the SoloQ, I don't have Scopos. Besides like the first season I did with them. Wow, this gun has like negative recoil, jeez. But yeah, that's everybody, I believe. Really fast before we wrap up this video, I did want to show you guys one more little tip, I should say. So go to options on this thing right here. Go down here. I think they, yeah, I guess they adjusted some settings here. Go to infinite ammo though. Make sure this is on. Press begin. And this is really going to be your best recoil drill I found. You used to do this all the time where you just shoot. Like shoot and shoot and shoot. The sound will bug like that eventually, but this is what really gets your muscle memory down. I feel like doing that took my recoil to like a whole new level, even if it was already good before. Like this helps so much. Like here, I'll do that with like, yeah, I gotta cancel. I'll do that with the R4C, just so you guys get like a better picture with the ACOG. So yeah, again, do the spray transfers, just stuff like this. And my sound's not bugging out this time, okay. You can even, if you want, just try to shoot to the balls like this. Well, now it bugs since I stood still too long. But yeah, just like go back and forth to the balls, keep trying to control like that. Try to trace them. You get so much more stick control and thumb control, I promise you. This helps so much, man. And yeah, just keep doing this. Again, that one just went up a little bit there. But yeah, my thumb is so sore from that. I haven't done this in a good sec. You definitely don't want to do this till your thumb hurts. Don't want to hurt yourself doing that. Just do it enough till it's a little bit, you know, you can feel down there. Feel a little bit of a burn going on. And yeah, that's how to train your thumb, basically. All about that muscle memory for recoil and stuff. Especially like those spray transfers. That's where you really want to apply your recoil. That's more of like an in-game situation. Like anybody can just go up to a wall and like shoot straight. Especially if you're like a few meters away. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video, guys. I do hope you enjoy. Again, SoloQ should be out tomorrow again, next episode. Probably going to be a double header. Do want to get those out for you more. Eventually, too, my plan is to get the daily uploads back going. We'll see how long that can last. But at least like every other day is my plan going forward. So if you did enjoy, leave a like down there below. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.